Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury coming live from the ArchieLuxury studios. Guys, I want to talk about Patek and Lange. People are different to you and me. That's right. Yesterday afternoon, I ran a social experiment. I listed two watches. These were watches that belonged to two friends of mine. One was a Explorer 2 black dial. The other piece was a Lange 1815 yellow gold dress watch. And guess what? Guess what? As soon as I listed these two watches, I had a couple of inquiries on the Rolex. That's correct, the Rolex Explorer 2. I had a couple of people express interest. They were keen. They were ready to ask me. I had two buyers from overseas, and I said, look, I'm really looking for an Aussie punter. And then today, the day after I should say, I had a guy from Tasmania who pulled the trigger. So I got to be totally honest with you there. It can be pretty damn hard. It can be pretty damn hard. This whole thing is extremely difficult. It's difficult. So the Rolex sold and the Lange has not had a nibble. A nibble. And I got to tell you, I think I've priced it pretty well. It's a yellow gold 1815 dress Lange. It wears quite big. It wears quite big. I'm actually just quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a Patek 5196, which is probably comparable to the Lange. And even though this is a 37, the Lange isn't noticeably smaller when you're wearing it. The thing is that the Lange is quite long and it's quite a tall. It's a very proud watch. The 1815 is a very proud Lange dress watch. No inquiries at all, and that shows you. It shows you the two different punters, the Rolex punter and the Lange and Patek punter. And the interesting thing is, a couple of weeks ago, when this whole coronavirus stuff was kind of going crazy, and in Australia I'd actually listed a couple pieces for sale. I had a Patek 5296 which I sold to a guy in Melbourne, which actually paid for my 6006, and I also sold the 5196. What happened was I owed money. I owed money to Arthur. Hello, Arthur. Arthur in New York. And I just wanted to fix him up. I didn't want to, things are getting pretty nasty. I thought I'd flick it, pay him out, and I'd buy one down the track. Anyhow, the customer put down $1,000, and then they start cancelling international flights, travels. Oh, it just turned all nasty. And I said to the guy who bought it, I said, look, man, do you want to go through? Just let me know what's happening. And he said, look, do you mind if I pull out? And he said to me, he said, hey, Arch, he said, you can keep the $1,000. And I said, look, I don't want to be an asshole. I said, how about we split it? I'll pay you $500, and then I'll keep $500. So, I don't want to be an asshole. I don't want to force anyone to buy this Patek. If times are shit, well, I'm very happy to leave it at that. You know what I mean? I'm very, very happy to leave it at that there. And that is the whole thing. That is the whole thing with this, is that I like to be very careful. Very careful. So it's something you want to be a bit cautious of there. Patek people are completely different. When the economy is fucked, when they're in a very bad frame, they just stop. Interestingly enough, no other bites on this little critter here. No other bites on this critter. I've actually found, I've actually decided not to sell it. I was going to sell it, and then I thought, you know what? I managed to keep the payments up to the New York guy, and I'm down to about 2,400. 2,400? I think I'm 2,400 US dollars I owe him. I said, look, fuck it. I'll keep it. And this is the whole thing. Patek buyers, they are ultra, it's like the Lange buyer, ultra conservative. If in times of crisis, they don't buy. They are extremely staid, vigilant people. Now that could be because a lot of the wealthy Patek and Lange buyers, they've had huge financial losses, so they don't want to spend anything. And the Rolex has become a middle class item. I suppose, you know, it's a bit like Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz used to be really a item for rich people, but now it's a item for aspiring middle class. And that's what's happened. So it's very interesting. I've presented these two items, you know, and they're very similar. Like, I mean, the Rolex Explorer 2 black dial. Okay, it's not the trendiest. It's not like a sub or a GMT, but it's still Rolex Steel Sports. And the Lange, it's a little bit small at 36 mil. It's yellow gold, so yellow gold's a bit out of flavor. So they're very similar type things, leading brands, but one's Rolex and one's Lange. And I actually thought the Lange was a better bargain than the Rolex. The Rolex, you know, I thought, you know, Rolexes are very in demand, prices are high, but the reality is, the awful truth is that these type of things can be incredibly, they can be very frustrating here. They can be very annoying, getting the right punter. Now, I'm not panicked. I just wanted to make this video here and just signify the difference. And the funny thing is, the Pateks I sold before Corona, I had unlimited buyers. They were lining up. I had a guy in Melbourne. I had a few people overseas, and all of a sudden, it's just come to a standstill because the economy is fucked. The world as we know it is in huge turmoil. It's the share market's up, then it's down, up, and it's just so confusing. And I gotta tell you, in my opinion there, I think prices are, you know, there's a lot of turmoil in the market. The middle class, the aspirational middle class, they're keen. They want a fix. They're sick of being depressed, locked up and caged. They want to pull triggers. They want to pull the triggers. Whereas the Lange person, which you'd have to say, the Lange person, they're the sort of person who wears a bow tie. They walk around in a tuxedo. New music to the Lange buyer is any music after 1850. Slumming it is first class instead of private. You know, that's the sort of people that are in this market. And it's incredible. The demographic between Rolex and Patek and Lange, huge. It's really huge. And I gotta tell you, man, this is what you take some sustenance from it. The middle class is saying, spend. I need a fix. I need a fix. I need a fix. I want my Rolex. Whereas the landowning aristocracy, the CEOs, CFOs, they're saying, stop. The world is fucked. Let's not do anything. Let's just stop. And it's very interesting. The two different buyers there, the two different buyers are doing completely different things. So it's just interesting to see the different buying sentiments. Lange and Rolex, they're two fantastic brands. Different sentiments, And you know, look, who am I to judge these people? But it's very different market niches. So guys, tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Don't be afraid to put some comments, good, bad, nasty, whatever you want. And until next time, see you later, fuckaroonies. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. And there we go, one of the most beautiful Pateks of modern times, a key reference point in Patek history, the 5035, proudly part of the ArchieLuxury wristwatch collection.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mark Goldberg for ArchieLuxury AC3, the Pontiff Satin de Ville. I want to sincerely thank you for having sat through this video because I know it was awful, but you know what? You do it for the greater good of humanity. Thank you so much. Now, a couple of quick pieces of homework. Now that you've watched this video, I would like you to hit thumbs up. If you must, hit thumbs down, but if you'd hit thumbs up, I would especially appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a really nasty comment and tell him how awful this content was, but most importantly of all, the entire reason that I am linking up with ArchieLuxury in the first place. I am a published author. Let dogs be dogs. Available at bookstores, Amazon, and electronically somewhere near you. Remember, ArchieLuxury. He's not just a figment of your imagination.